G'day, my name's Ewan from ROI, and this month on Google Trends November 2020, it's great that we've got some positive trends to share with you. Just last month, I was talking about the concept of pent-up demand. It's great to see that the car industry is experiencing growth between 50 to 70%. Real estate is showing record levels of interest, and the area of home improvement is showing sustained growth going into 2021. So the reason Google Trends is important to you is that the consumer behavior trends have never been so different. What's important to Australians right now and what might be important in the future is changing more than ever before in terms of what we can do and what we can't do. I'm going to run you through some basic tips on what are the things you really want to be checking in your marketing, so make sure when you get that click, you win that click in 2021. So I don't like to start with a bad example, but I wanted to share with you an everyday example in Google that I see quite often is, and I've typed in the keyword debt collection Melbourne. And as you can see here, we've got 4 listings where the value proposition of the businesses are pretty much the same. That is, no win, no fee, you don't get paid, unless you get paid, etc. Now this happens all the time and is a big waste of Google money. What I mean by that is every time I run a seminar where I've had an audience of say 200 to 300 people and I've asked the audience out of the top 4 listings who would they choose, you wouldn't believe it. 2 businesses always get over 90% of the click and the sales. So you don't want to be that business that's just there for the sake of it. You want to stand out. So I'm going to give you 2 examples right now that are working very, very well for different clients of ours. The first one is in the catering sector, and I chose the catering sector not because we do a lot of work and he's a fabulous client, but because it's something we can all relate to. In Victoria, we haven't had the opportunity to do events and catch up with friends. So when you're thinking about catering Melbourne, it's important to let the audience know, A, that the business is fully operational, but also that they've thought through all the different social distancing requirement you would need as a business in organising an event. Now, I know you're probably thinking it's 101, but 101 and being current with your ads, it actually works really well because that is on the mind of the customer. Now, they don't want to be running an event that's not COVID safe. So this is important to make sure if your business is impacted in some way by COVID or it needs to have certain regulations in place, you want to be making sure that's covered off in your ad. The second thing is rather than spend all that time on that brilliant idea that you may think could work or might not work or the promotional campaign, one of the simple things you can do is create 2 versions of your ad on Google to compete with your current proposition and run the ad for a period of approximately 2 days. And that data will tell you whether or not your new idea or your new value proposition is actually getting currency with the audience. And the reason this is great is it's a very, very simple and quick and cost-effective way of you testing out a new idea. So rather than you go to all the effort of getting the graphics and getting the promotion and spending weeks and weeks putting this idea together only to find out that the customer didn't want it, you can actually test this concept by creating an ad. And once you see that your ad gets a better response, you then start putting some more resources into that idea and starting to own how you can turn that idea and that customer need into a new opportunity for your business. And that's going to ensure that your business has a flying start to 2021, and who doesn't want 2021 to be better than 2020? Thanks for listening.